Hello scholars. So today we are going to discuss manipulating and analyzing data. See, in the previous classes from last 15 days we have seen a lot of things in Excel. We have seen how to enter the formulas, how to enter the functions in Excel, how to enter the contains, whether it can be of any format, it can be of date format, it can be of numbers format, currency format. Now today we are seeing what's the correct way of entering the data so that we can manipulate it further, and we can also analyze, because we are entering the data for our further analysis, that is the data analysis. Otherwise collaboration of all those data, it will be unnecessary, it will be quite not helpful for us. जब आप डेटा हम लोग कंटेंट डालते हैं एक्सेल में या किसी भी आप प्लेटफॉर्म में आप कंटेंट को डाल रहे हो, उसको स्टोर कर रहे हो, एक्चुअली देयर इज द डेफिनेट लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ द डेटा. वंस यू आर कलेक्टिंग द डेटा, यू आर एश्योरिंग दैट द डेटा कलेक्टेड इज करेक्ट और नॉट. यू आर डिस्क्राइबिंग द डेटा. जैसे हम एक्सेल में अगर डालते हैं तो ऊपर में एक फील्ड का नेम डाल देते हैं. जैसे फर्स्ट कॉलम हमारा सीरियल नंबर, तो हम सीरियल नंबर. सेकेंड कॉलम मेरा इनरोलमेंट नंबर है, तो हम उस पर में heading देते हैं enrollment number. Now you want to preserve those data. You have entered, you have taken that data, but you want to preserve those data, and based on those data you want to discover some new information. Obviously a collection of data is actually information, so based on the data you want to see the information that is discovered and then integrate. It may be possible that one sheet you have entered some another data, in the another sheet you have entered some another data, so based on that you want to integrate, and then at the last we are analyzing the data, and accordingly we are planning for our future work. We basically there are a lot of tools for entering those data, but basically I am focusing on Excel here only. See, one example I am given you in this presentation, that is the poor data entry. यहाँ पे देखिए हम सेकेंड कॉलम जो है बी कॉलम, B2 में जब देखेंगे सेल B2 में, तो हमने डेट का फॉर्मेट क्या लिखा है, 2/13/2010. ये फॉर्मेट क्या हो गया, ये बतला रहा है इट्स 13 Feb 2010, बट ये फॉर्मेट अलग है. इसी के नीचे सेल में आप देखिएगा तो सिर्फ लिखा हुआ है Feb 10. इसी के नीचे आप सेल में देखिए तो वो फिर से उसी फॉर्मेट में आ गया. तो एक सेल में आप एक से ज़्यादा फॉर्मेट के डेटा को नहीं कीजिए. तीनों डेटा हमारा डेट एक्सेप्ट कर रहा है, तीनों डेटा हमको डेट के बारे में बतला रहा है, बट स्टिल द फॉर्मेट आर डिफरेंट बिकॉज इन एक्सेल देयर आर लॉट ऑफ फॉर्मेट टू स्टोर डेट. सो वंस यू आर स्टोरिंग एनी ऑफ द इंफॉर्मेशन, यू स्टोर एक कॉलम में जब आप डेटा को स्टोर करें तो वो पूरा कंटेंट एक ही टाइप का होना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट आप देखिए सी में जैसे हमने है एक प्लॉट करके हेडिंग डाला है, उसमें देखिए 1 और 2 आपका राइट जस्टिफाई है. उसके बाद आपने ए डाल दिया, ए स्टार डाल दिया, वो कहाँ है, लेफ्ट जस्टिफाई है. तो ये डेटा तुम्हारा ये जो है ये डेटा तुम्हारा सही नहीं है. आप जस्टिफिकेशन भी कर रहे हो, आप प्लेस भी कर रहे हो. अगर सेंटर में रख रहे हो तो सबको सेंटर में रखो, आप आधा को राइट आधा को लेफ्ट. दिस इज नॉट द करेक्ट वे ऑफ डेटा एंट्री, बिकॉज वंस जो डेटा आप एंट्री कर रहे हो उसी के अकॉर्डिंग, उसी से फिर हम आगे एनालिसिस भी करने वाले. सो इट्स द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट दैट हाउ यू आर एंटरिंग द डेटा. यहाँ पे हम लास्ट में L1 में जाएंगे, जिसमें हम देखिए L2 में देखिए वेट है, L3 में जब मूव कर रहे तो 12 है. तो यहाँ पे देखिए जब हम देख रहे हैं कि एक जगह आप स्ट्रिंग लिख रहे हो, दूसरी जगह आप हम लोग वहाँ पे नंबर्स लिख रहे हैं, मतलब एक हाउ इट्स पॉसिबल दैट इन a column Excel will not give you any error while you enter any of the things, but this is not the proper way, that once you are entering numbers in the second column you are entering the string, yeah, because the field is representing there is only there is the heading in each column, और एक field का पूरा डेटा उसमें है तो वो एक ही टाइप्स का होना चाहिए. So actually this example is showing the poor data entry format. ये यहाँ पे बता रहा है, यहाँ पे एक इनकंसिस्टेंसी होगा, बिकॉज यू हैव कलेक्टेड अ डेटा एंड इट प्रोवाइड्स द इनकंसिस्टेंसी बिकॉज ऑफ दिस multiple formats, multiple types of data. It will obviously, once it will be put forward for the analysis, it will be a form of inconsistency, and it's actually known as the inconsistent data format. Here inconsistent date format is also wrong. column names आप देखिए तो आप column names पहले first फर्स्ट रो में आधा कॉलम का नाम दिया हुआ है, आधा कॉलम का नाम सेकेंड रो में दिया हुआ है। सो कॉलम नेम अगर आप सब में फर्स्ट में दे रहे हैं या फर्स्ट और सेकेंड दोनों को कॉलम के लिए रखना है, तो अगर फर्स्ट में एक आपका कॉलम नेम आ गया है तो उसको मर्ज कर दे आप। डेटा एंट्री हमेशा एक रो से स्टार्ट कीजिए, मीन्स इफ यू आर स्टार्टिंग द एंट्री फ्रॉम द थर्ड रो, सो ऑल द डेटा मस्ट बी एंटर्ड फ्रॉम द थर्ड रो ओनली। इट्स नॉट दैट आधा को हम दो सेकेंड रो से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, आधा को हम थर्ड रो से स्टार्ट करें, बिकॉज ऑर्डर ऑफ कॉलम एंड ऑर्डर ऑफ रो it's also one of the important part while entering the data. यहाँ पे ये एग्जांपल हम लोग जैसे अभी डिस्कस किए कि पुअर डेटा एंट्री में देखिए एक कॉलम है वेट, इट्स इन द L2 में देखो हमारा वेट है। ये एक्चुअली ये L1 में अगर आप वेट लिखते, बिकॉज हम आपको पता है कि फील्ड का नेम जो होता है वो स्टार्टिंग में रखे और एक कॉलम में रखे, दो कॉलम को लेना भी है तो उसको मर्ज कर दे रहे हैं हम। और यहाँ पे देखिए 12 है, फिर एक स्ट्रिंग कैरेक्टर आ गया, फिर एक नंबर आ गया। सो व्हाट इज दिस, व्हाट दिस इज इंडिकेटिंग weight? Okay, we understood that the weight is 12, width is 91, but how come the string is coming? If you want to write down 12 in the character form, you write down the whole content in the character form, or you write down the whole content in the numeric form. So this is also the example of the poor data entry, because as I told you, this data entry is being used further for the analysis of the data. See the next in this slides what I am giving you, that once we have seen the poor format, poor entry, how we and here we are seeing the best practices of entering the data. The same thing we have entered, but the column name, you see it's in the same for same row, the type of data, what will be the best practices here, that the type of data, that date will be in the same format. It's not sometimes it's written 13 Feb 2010, or somewhere it's written in the form of the slash, so it's not the correct one. So always whenever you are entering the data, you enter the content in the correct. Here one format I have given, that you can enter the data, once you are entering the data, you are saving the file in .xls format, .xls, x format, .csv format. Many of the official documents are all only acceptable in .csv format, not in any other format if it is moving for the open source software. So it depends, you also keep your eyes that in which format we are saving the data, in which format we are saving files. So this is also the important part. Another second thing, never keep the cell as a null. So once if you have studied it, DBMS also, that null values are not acceptable. See, once you are creating a data, creating a table in Excel, so here I have created one table with date, time, and two other columns. See, in the third and the fourth column only two data is here. Total number of records are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records, and in the third column only 4 records are maintaining, and the next column only 2 records are maintaining. Where are the 3 records? If none, if it's there is no any records, if the records are missing or no records, you write down some content, that no record, or some any value, the default value, because if for further calculation it may be worked out. And never leave the cell as blank while once you are creating a table in Excel. You can see this best practices, that the content are uniformly filled up. There is no any null no any cell left blank. If none of the if there is no any value, see the default value 0 has been accepted. So this is the form of the best practices, that either you write down certain messages, error, or you can write down null value, or you can write down numbers, by default numbers 0. So because these contains are used, you may use it for further any work also. Now best practices also includes that the documentation that you are doing in Excel, it must be standardized, it must be in a standardized format. So these are the contents that we have seen in the previous slides. These all makes your Excel file a standard in a standard format. And ASCII format files is also readable in the futures part. So there are various data entry tools. We are focusing on Excel, but instead of this there are the Google Sheet also. We are using a spreadsheet, but if you want to work with the cloud system, you can use Google Sheet also. Google Docs forms are available. See, if you are having certain contents that the users will choose only the content from these much list that I have provided. For example, I want to take out that this enrollment number is of which course. So we know that in our university how many courses, how many programs are going on. So I can make a list in Excel, and once the user will click, a list box will open, and they have to select only the content from the list box. So this validation you can also include in Excel by including the list box, that user cannot insert any other data except these data. Because if you are using these for the further manipulation and the user can enter any other data, it may provide error. So under that scenario, if you have the constrained list that these much list will only be acceptable, you make a list box, you enter it in the Excel, and this will comply the users to enter the data from the available list only. And this list, how this list will be available, so you move to the data validation part. In the data validation part, there is the validation criteria, and under that click on the allow option. Once you will click on the allow option, there will be the list of contains that any value, whole number, decimal, date, time, custom list. To select the list, and I start entering the contents in the list box. This is actually the part of the data validation. This is, and in the data validation also, if you want that if someone is entering the character, the length of the character cannot be more than 20 characters, it cannot be more than 50 characters, there will be no space. This also you can include in the validation part. And see, in the validation parts, in the settings I have clicked and allow. In the allow I have clicked decimal and the data between which value. So minimum value I have entered 11 and the maximum is 15. It means the value can only be entered between 11 to 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And see, height here it has been entered 20. So it will once the user will enter 20, because of the data validation, it will give you error, and one error dialog box will be open that you have entered an illegal value. You must retry or you must cancel this data. So this you can opt for data validation while entering of the data, because these entered data will be manipulated further. Now data manipulation part, once we have entered the data from the various sources, we start doing manipulating, analyzing, subsetting, or transforming of data into certain useful information. We also include the in the next subjects that I taught you in the research and publication ethics about the software tools. Different software tools we have studied: the SPSS tool, R software, MATLAB software. So these are the different tools where you can use the data that you have saved in Excel for further data manipulation. You can use SAS software, SAS, you can use SPSS, you can use R, you can use MATLAB, or any of the software for data manipulation according to your need of your research work. And some of the softwares here are the licensed version that we have discussed in the details in our next course, or it can be the freely available also. There are the various toolboxes available in this softwares where analysis and visualization by the graphical modes and various other modes are easily can be easily done. So enter the content in a very wiseful manner by using the data validation, and use those contents for data manipulation through other softwares. So